Here's the brutal truth nobody wants to hear. You're never going to feel motivated enough to change your life. I know. Every self-help guru tells you to find your why and ignite your passion. But here's what they're not telling you. Motivation is like a drunk friend. It shows up when you don't need it and disappears the moment things get difficult. You've experienced this cycle countless times. You get fired up watching a YouTube video at 2 a.m., promising yourself you'll start that business, hit the gym, or learn that skill. You can practically taste the success. You make elaborate plans, buy the equipment, tell your friends about your new commitment. By Tuesday morning, that fire has turned into barely glowing embers, and you're back to scrolling social media. Instead of taking action, you feel guilty, disappointed in yourself, and secretly worried that maybe you just don't have what it takes. Here's the kicker. This isn't a character flaw. This is exactly how motivation is designed to work. It's a temporary emotional state, not a reliable tool for change. Problem isn't that you lack willpower. The problem is you're playing the wrong game entirely. Most people treat motivation like it's supposed to be their engine, when it's actually just the ignition. You turn the key once to start the car, but you don't keep turning it every mile down the road. That would be insane, yet that's exactly what people do with their goals. They expect to feel that initial spark every single day. Successful people don't rely on motivation. They rely on discipline, and there's a massive difference between the two that most people completely miss. Motivation is emotion dependent. It comes and goes like weather patterns, unpredictable, temporary and completely outside your control. Some days it's sunny, some days it's stormy, and you never know what you're going to get. When you wake up, discipline is system dependent. It works regardless of how you feel, what happened yesterday, or what's happening tomorrow. It's like electricity. Flip the switch and the lights come on, whether you're happy about it or not. Think about brushing your teeth. You don't wake up every morning feeling passionate about dental hygiene. You don't need a motivational speech about plaque buildup or cavity prevention. You don't wait until you feel inspired to grab your toothbrush. You just do it because it's part of your system, woven into the fabric of your daily routine. That's discipline in action. Here's what actually separates high achievers from everyone else. They've learned to act independent of their feelings. This isn't about being robotic or emotionless. It's about understanding that feelings are information, not instructions. High achievers feel lazy, unmotivated, and resistant just like everyone else. The difference is they don't let those feelings make their decisions. When successful, entrepreneurs don't feel like making sales calls. They make them anyway because they know that consistent action beats passionate action every single time. When elite athletes don't feel like training, they show up anyway because they understand that champions aren't made when you feel like it. They're made when you don't. When productive writers don't feel inspired, they write anyway because they've learned that inspiration is the reward for starting, not the requirement for starting. They understand something most people don't. Action creates motivation, not the other way around. The psychology behind this is simple but powerful. Your brain is wired to seek comfort and avoid. Discomfort served our ancestors well when discomfort meant potential death. But in today's world, most discomfort is just growth in disguise. Waiting for motivation is your brain's way of keeping you safe in your comfort zone. It's a sophisticated procrastination system designed to protect you from the uncertainty and effort that comes with change. Your brain literally perceives new challenges as threats to your survival. But here's the plot twist. Growth only happens outside that comfort zone. Every time you act despite not feeling motivated, you're literally rewiring your brain, proving to yourself that your feelings don't control your actions. You're building evidence that you're someone who follows through regardless of circumstances. But each time you do this, it gets easier. That's not willpower. That's neuroplasticity. You're actually changing the structure of your brain to make discipline more automatic and natural. Here's your practical system for building discipline. First, make it stupidly small. Instead of "I'll work out for an hour," commit to putting on your gym clothes. Instead of "I'll write a book," commit to writing one sentence. Why this matters. Your brain treats any new behavior as a threat to your survival. It will resist big changes with everything it's got, but it can't argue with putting on gym clothes. That's not threatening, that's barely noticeable. How to implement it: take whatever you want to do and shrink it until it feels almost embarrassingly easy. To meditate, commit to one breath. Want to read more? Commit to one page. Want to exercise? Commit to one push-up. The key is making it so small that you can't make excuses. The psychology: this works because of something called the gateway effect. Once you started, your brain wants to finish. Put on gym clothes, and suddenly you're already dressed to work out. Write one sentence, and your creative mind starts flowing. One push-up leads to 5, which leads to 10. Do this. You build unstoppable momentum because you're always winning. Every day becomes a success. Your confidence compounds. Skip this, you stay trapped in the all-or-nothing cycle. You set massive goals, fail within days, then spend weeks feeling guilty about it. Second, attach it to something you already do. This is called habit stacking. After you pour your morning coffee, you'll do 5 push-ups after you sit at your desk. You'll write for 2 minutes. Why this matters? Your brain is constantly looking for shortcuts. Existing habits are neural highways that require zero willpower. When you attach new behaviors to these automatic routines, you're hijacking pathways that already exist, instead of trying to build new ones from scratch. How to implement it? Write down your existing daily routine hour by hour. Find the moments that happen automatically, without thinking those are your anchors. Then insert your new micro-habit immediately after. After I brush my teeth, I'll do 10 squats. After I check my first email, I'll write 1 paragraph. The timing has to be specific and immediate. The psychology. This leverages what scientists call contextual cueing. Your environment and existing routines become triggers for new behaviors. Your coffee maker becomes your fitness reminder. Your laptop becomes your writing prompt. You're not relying on memory or motivation. You're using automatic triggers. Do this new habits feel effortless because they piggyback on established patterns. You eliminate decision fatigue and willpower depletion. Skip this, you rely on memory and motivation, which means you'll forget most days and quit within weeks. Third, track the behavior, not the outcome. Don't track how much weight you lost. Track how many days you showed up. Don't track how much money you made. Track how many sales calls you completed. Why this matters? Outcomes are largely outside your control. You can eat perfectly and exercise daily, but your weight might fluctuate based on sleep, stress, or hormones. You can make perfect sales calls, but clients might say no for reasons that have nothing to do with you. When you track outcomes, you're setting yourself up for frustration and eventual quit. How to implement it? Create a simple tracking system. A calendar on your wall with big X's, a note in your phone, a habit tracking app. But here's the crucial part. You only mark success for the behavior, not the result. Did you work out? Did you make the sales call X? Did you write X? That's it. Outcomes will take care of themselves. The psychology, this works because of what psychologists call process focus versus outcome focus. When you focus on process, you stay in control, you feel accomplished. Every single day, your identity starts shifting from someone trying to get fit to someone who works out. That identity change is what makes habits permanent. Do this, you maintain motivation because you're winning every day. You build an identity around consistency. Skip this, you get discouraged by slow progress and quit before results show up. Fourth, prepare for the motivation crash because it will happen probably by day 3. This is where most people quit. They think something's wrong because they don't feel excited anymore. Why this matters? Understanding that motivation crashes are normal and expected changes everything. Most people think the crash means they're failing or that the habit isn't working. Actually, it means the habit is working exactly as it should. The crash is where discipline begins. How to implement it? Plan for the crash before it happens. Write yourself a note that you'll read on day 4. Today I don't feel like doing this. That's exactly when champions separate themselves from everyone else. This feeling is temporary. The habit is permanent. Have your system so simple and so small that you can do it even when you hate it. The psychology. This is about something called implementation, intentions planning. Not just what you'll do, but what you'll do when obstacles arise. When you expect the motivation crash, it loses its power over you. Instead of being surprised and defeated by it, you recognize it as a predictable part of the process. Do this, you push through the danger zone where most people quit. You build real discipline that lasts. Skip this, you'll be blindsided by the inevitable motivation. Drop and think something.